Republican Senators Tim Scott out of South Carolina, Marco Rubio from Florida. And gentlemen, good morning and welcome back to our program here. You've got a joint operation together we're going to talk about in a moment here. But first, Senator Rubio, we may be interrupted by the President of France and President Donald Trump in their bilateral meeting there at the Oval Office. If that happens, I'll break off here. But first on Iran, what do you think the President should do with his deadline coming up on May 12th?
I think the Iran deal is a bad deal, and if our European allies are willing to step forward and increase missile sanctions on their ballistic missile program, I think that's something to look at, because no matter what, no matter how you feel about the Iran deal, you cannot believe that it somehow grants Iran immunity to do whatever they want on terrorism, on sponsoring Shia militias, on anti-Israeli activity, on cyber attacks, and on developing ballistic missiles that can reach Europe and ultimately the United States. And so I hope our European allies will step forward. They're the ones that like the deal. We hope they'll step forward and really sanction all of the companies that help them build these missiles. Otherwise, I think the President should get out of the deal.
Get out of it. Senator Scott, would you encourage that also for the President to get out of it?
Well, the deal was bad at the beginning. We need to look at the sunset provisions. The nuclear verification is weak in there, and we certainly need to look at the ballistic missile testing. The deal provided a pathway for more ballistic missiles over an 8-year period of time, and frankly, that sunset provision is something that we have to focus on. It would be important for us to find a way out if we could, but the question is, will our European partners allow that out?
I wonder between President Macron and Angela Merkel coming in at the later part of this week, if they can talk the President out of it, changing his mind. Sarah Sanders says he believes exactly what you two gentlemen just said.
Well, I know he does, and he campaigned on it, and so obviously I think he's got a good relationship with President Macron. France is an important ally. They worked in conjunction with us recently on Syria. There's a lot we can work on together. I think President Macron shares the President's concerns about Iran and its future. France is actually one of the strongest people at the table, one of the strongest countries at the table when this was originally negotiated under the Obama administration. In fact, in many ways, the French government was stronger than the Obama administration was on those negotiations. The German component's a little bit different, but nonetheless, look, we want to have these strong alliances, but Iran cannot build missiles that can reach us.
Just thinking about that, and let's see what happens here, what the President decides here. But to both of you and Senator Scott here, there seems to be this discussion about American troops overseas, and now you've got this conversation about Syria, and President Macron's going to apparently try and convince the President to keep our 2,000 to 3,000 troops operating in eastern Syria. I mean, do you join the chorus of those who say we're involved in too many places around the world and it's better to spend money at home than overseas?
We certainly cannot be the world's police force. That's without any question. I think the ultimate question is, what is our national interest in Syria? And if that has been satisfied by the defeat of ISIS, then we should move forward, move on. And if it has not been, then we'll continue our presence there. I think we have to first define what it is that our role in the globe as it relates to national security and international security and peace.
Yeah. There is, we've got a 2-minute warning, gentlemen, for the tape play out here. You may want to stick around and listen to it. Senator Corker did last hour, and I know you guys have got busy schedules, but this might be an opportunity for hear what the two presidents are saying. There is a project that you two are working on for certain parts of America, inner cities. It's called Opportunity Zones. And Senator Rubio, what is that all about? How do you think you can affect change in these parts of America?
Well, that project was a brainchild of Senator Scott. He got it in the tax bill, and it's very simple. It is about attracting investment back into distressed communities that have been left behind in all this globalization and the global economy. In essence, creating incentives for companies to do in those communities here in America what they've been doing in other countries all these years because of the tax code.
Senator Scott?
Certainly, it really is an opportunity for us to align potential and opportunities and making sure that they happen in the same place. 50 million Americans live in distressed communities like the one I grew up in. And so the goal is to bring private sector capital back into those areas through the opportunity legislation. The fact is that the government can't solve all the problems.
They're all saying what a great relationship.
Senator, thank you.